This is the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief, keeping you informed about the happenings in Annapolis and the area. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and of course, local weather. The Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Friday, September 21st, 2018. It is the last full day of summer, and that makes Liz Murphy of the Naptown Pint and the Naptown Pintcast very, very happy. Horrible news out of Harford County yesterday morning. A temporary employee at the Rite Aid distribution plant in rural Perryman shot 3 people in the distribution center before turning the gun on herself yesterday morning. And this was according to Harford County Sheriff Jeffrey Goller. Goller is not releasing the names of any of the victims, saying that families are still being notified of their deaths, but he did identify the shooter as Sonochia Mosley, 26, of Baltimore County. The gun was a legally owned handgun, a 9mm Glock. It was registered and owned by Sonochia Mosley. The shooting happened both inside and outside of the distribution center. There is no motive just yet. And according to Sheriff Goller, dispatchers received a report of the shots fired at about 9:06 a.m., and they were on the scene within 5 minutes. Yesterday afternoon, Rick Hutzel from the Capitol published a story about Speaker Mike Busch, who has been hospitalized for a heart bypass surgery. Actually, he had heart bypass surgery on Wednesday. And this is the second time he's had a serious health issue where he's notified everybody sort of after the fact. In June of 2017, he had a liver transplant that was donated by his sister, actually, but we didn't find out about it until after the surgery. The speaker is expected to be hospitalized for about a week. He's going to be at home on bed rest for 1 to 2 more weeks. And according to his spokesperson, Alexandra Hughes, the surgery is not going to affect his re-election campaign. And as everybody knows, we are in the middle of an election because Election Day is coming up November 6th. On Wednesday evening at 8 o'clock, Anne Arundel County Police were dispatched to the 400 block of Master Derby Court in the Revel Downs neighborhood in Annapolis, out there on the Broadneck Peninsula, for a report of an assault where the suspect was armed. When they arrived, they found the 2 assault victims not injured. However, the suspect had barricaded himself alone in the house. Officers tried to make attempts to get in touch with him unsuccessfully, and at about 10:30, the quick response team made entry into the residence, took the suspect into custody, and discovered a loaded semi-automatic pistol as well as a loaded 12-gauge shotgun. There were no injuries in the incident, but Damon Lavelle Dorsey of the 400 block of Master Derby Court was taken into custody, and he is being held at the Jennifer Road Detention Center on a no-bail status. Out in Prince George's County, this is kind of a cautionary tale to every police department. 2 police officers were shot when they were serving a warrant. However, they went to the wrong home. When the team burst into a District Heights apartment at 10 p.m., they didn't find the suspected drug dealer they had been trying to arrest. They found a father and his daughter. Police said that they knocked on the door to announce themselves. The father didn't hear him because he fell asleep while watching television, but when they broke in, the father quickly armed himself and fired 1 shotgun blast, wounding 2 officers. The father is not charged with the crime, and police say that a confidential informant had led police to the father's address. And I guess that just proves that snitches get stitches. More expansion up at BWI. Southwest Airlines yesterday announced that they are going to break ground next year on a $130 million regional maintenance facility, and that's set to service the hundreds of planes that fly daily in and out of BWI. Governor Hogan and Southwest Airlines CEO Gary Kelly were there together. They announced the project, marking the airline's 25th year of operations here at BWI. The facility will be a 3-bay, 130,000 square foot hangar. It'll be located in the airport's northwest quadrant, and it's projected to be complete in 2021. And finally, we mentioned yesterday that there were several business owners in Annapolis that were upset with the bike path as well as the extended sidewalks, and they billed it as a press conference yesterday morning at 10:30. However, it was more of a general meeting with several business owners from Main Street. We did do an article with their concerns, and pretty much what they were trying to figure out is what the next steps were, because they're not happy about losing the parking spots, they're not happy about the extended sidewalks, and they're not happy about the cafe tables, and they're not happy about the way the mayor has been running the city so far. There are some interesting insights there, as well as a legal challenge by Sven Storm. So if you've got an interest in the bike path, make sure you give that a read. If you have an opinion on the bike path, we do have a callback or a tip line. You can call or text 443-266-3600. Leave a message or send us a text. It is anonymous, and we will publish them out without obviously identifying any phone numbers or anything like that. That is about it for the top news today. Again, make sure you're checking on eyeonannapolis.net throughout the day because we do update it throughout the day. Make sure you're recommending us to your friends and colleagues. You want to hang tight? We've got George Young with DMV Weather coming right up. And of course, because it's Friday, we do have your weekend rundown of all the best things that you need to do. So hang tight. That's all coming up right now. Save the date, September 29th and 30th, to see Richard Karn, yes, Al Borland, from the hit television show Home Improvement at the Annapolis Home Expo.
I don't think so, Tim.
No, it's true. Richard Karn will be at the Annapolis Home Expo, and while Richard will tell you about what not to do with the home improvement, there will be dozens and dozens of real home improvement contractors to tell you exactly what you should do. Bring in an antique for a free appraisal. Listen to the many workshops to help you make your home into the dream home you always wanted. Thinking about selling or buying? Northrop Realty and Craig Northrop will be on hand to offer tips for staging your home and how to negotiate the waters of one of the most important decisions you'll ever make. It all starts on September 29th at the Byzantium Center on Riva Road, Saturday from 10 to 6 and Sunday from noon to 5. Tickets are only $5 at the door, but get this, if you're named Al, or anything close, or wear flannel, you're in for free. Remember the Annapolis Home Show, September 29th and 30th.
Going out? You need the most up-to-date local weather. Here's George Young from DMV Weather in Annapolis with today's forecast.
Hey everyone, this is George with DMV Weather, and here's your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Friday, September 21st. Another great day on tap today for Annapolis and all of Anne Arundel County to finish out calendar summer with more sun and highs 78 to 85, though fairly breezy from the south-southwest as a front approaches from the west. Then things get a bit more interesting starting Saturday, which should be mostly dry, but some showers are possible in the PM hours, especially later in the day, as that front moves closer and then through the region. And then starting Sunday, conditions will turn cloudy, cool, and wet, with highs mid-60s to low 70s and occasional rain as that front gets stuck in the skies above, and a high-pressure center to the north delivers a cool northeasterly and then easterly airflow to the region all the way through Monday. And while it will likely warm back up a bit next Tuesday and beyond into late week, the thought now is that rain will be in the daily forecast every day through much of next week. So enjoy today and tomorrow while we have sunshine and dry conditions, because it'll likely turn fairly wet once again, as some places in the region could again possibly reach 10 inches or more for 1 month. All right, that's it for today. Be sure to get our free weather app by searching the Apple App Store or Google Play Store for DC MD VA Weather, so you can always stay weather informed, or follow us on our website at dmvweather.com or on Facebook or Twitter. This is George Young of DMV Weather. Enjoy the weekend ahead, and remember, whatever the weather outside, have fun and be safe.
September 29th, the inaugural Twist and Stout Festival at Quiet Waters Park along the shores of the South River. Twist and Stout, a Maryland wine, craft beer, music, food, and arts festival, presented by the Anne Arundel County Department of Recreation and Parks, along with the Maryland Wineries Association. Sample dozens of craft beers and Maryland wines, dance the afternoon away to the sounds of Saved by Zero and the Groove Spot Band. Watch the plein air painters and shop dozens of artisans, crafters, and food trucks. Tickets are on sale now at twistandstout.org. TWISTANDSTOUT.org. September 29th, Twist and Stout at Quiet Waters Park, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Tickets at twistandstout.org. Every weekend, there's something exciting going on in the Annapolis area. Be sure to visit eyeonannapolis.net to sign up for a newsletter highlighting all the weekend events. Here are our top picks for this weekend.
Thank God it's
Yes, thank God it is Friday, and let's get it going. Tonight, you've got a lighted bike parade that's going to start at the Knighton Garage at 8 p.m. It's going to proceed down West Street. You can bike or you can walk. It's going to go around Church Circle, down the new bike lane, and wrap up down at City Dock. That will be led by Mayor Gavin Buckley. I do understand there is going to be a protest about the bike lane held at 7 p.m. right there at the corner of Main Street and Church Circle as well. Tomorrow morning, Homestead Gardens Fall Festival runs through the end of October. It opens up. If you've got kids, if you love fall, go to Homestead Gardens. That's all I can tell you. It's just an incredible experience. It will be running every weekend through the fall. One of the best places to pick your pumpkins and lots of fun for the kids. Also running for a couple more weeks over at the Colonial Players Theater, Neil Simon's Rumors. I have not seen it, but I have had 3 friends tell me that it is amazing, and I think I will get a ticket. Tomorrow over at the Eastport Democratic Club over in Eastport, they are having their first annual Oktoberfest. It gets underway at 10 a.m. There'll be lots of fun. There will be vendors. There will be, of course, beer, be a lot of German food, and that goes like everything does in Eastport till pretty late in the evening. Although I am surprised that it is starting at 10 a.m. because Eastport. Also tomorrow at 10 a.m., it is the Annapolis Bike Day, and it is going to be the official launch of the bike path that's on Main Street. The mayor will be leading a parade that will start at the Whitmore Urban Park, which is right there on Calvert Street. It will go up Calvert Street to Church Circle, around Church Circle, down Main Street to City Dock. That will wrap up with like a bike rodeo, and that'll wrap up at about 1 o'clock. At 2 o'clock, there's going to be a protest down at City Dock against the bike path. Also, 10 o'clock tomorrow, Out of the Darkness Walk. Suicide needs to come out of the darkness. We need to talk about it. It's a problem here in our own community. It's a problem nationwide. This is a way to support it. I'm sure you've been affected by suicide in some way, or you know somebody that has. Come on out to Navy Marine Corps Memorial Stadium and show your support. And on Sunday, it is the 3rd annual Sketch Crawl presented by the Annapolis Arts Alliance. And I saw the name of this and I was like, what the hell is a sketch crawl? And this sounds really kind of cool. If you are an artist of any type, if you feel that you're an artist of any type, you can meet down at the Market House at 1 p.m. And what they do is they go to different locations downtown in historic Annapolis. And when you're there, you sketch whatever you see. It could be a boat. It could be a person. It could be a building. It could be the street. It could be a piece of trash blowing. But you can sketch it. You can paint it. You can photograph it. You can even write about it. Yes, you can have the written word, the hand-drawn, photograph, digital, everything. It's going to all wrap up at the Chase Lloyd House Gardens at 3:30 for a reception from 3:30 to 4:30, where you're all going to be able to see what was sketched in the 3rd annual Sketch Crawl. You can find out more information on that at the Annapolis Arts Alliance Facebook page, but that sounded like a really kind of a cool thing. They do also encourage people to follow the artists around. Even if you're like me and you have no artistic ability, that would be perfect. Follow the artists around and just sort of see what their eyes see. And I think artists always think a little bit differently, so that's going to be a real fascinating one for me. That does wrap it up for the weekend. Whatever you do, make sure you do it safe. We want to see you here Monday. Make it a good one. And remember, when we come back on Monday, it will be fall.
Suicide prevention starts with everyday heroes like you. Join us Saturday, September 22nd at the Navy Marine Corps Stadium in Annapolis as we walk to fight suicide. It's the 10th annual Annapolis Out of the Darkness Walk. Be a part of the movement turning hope into action. Funds raised will benefit the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. Register today at afsp.org/Annapolis. Together, we can help stop suicide.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis. And also tell them about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. This podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 7 a.m., keeping you informed with the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. And take a moment to listen to our other podcast, The Maryland Crabs, released every Thursday at noon.